All right, guys. I think it's my first time here in YouTube doing a live. So, well, one of the reasons that I'm gonna start doing lives here in video, I mean here in YouTube is because I'm gonna be focusing on YouTube now. I have so many things going on, and then yes. So whoever is watching, um, drop the comment what you would like to see in my YouTube, what it will be in my YouTube. But right now, today, the reason of my life is because I've been doing my studio for the last past month. In the update of my YouTube, my studio looking like this. Let me see if I can oh, there we go. So, all right. So this is my studio. It's almost done and needs to be painted. This wall needs to be painted. That's it. So so it's looking great. It's looking great. So let me explain. It's looking from the outside. Sorry for the mess, guys. I just feel like I'm still working on it. So this is from the outside. But it's like completely separate from my house. Uh, so it's great. So again, let's go back. Let me show you this beam which is added. This beam is gonna be for lighting. I'm gonna hang three lights from here. You see the box right there? That's for the plots. So it's gonna be lighting, hanging light over here. So the main wall is gonna be right there. This is what is gonna be my stove in the oven, and then they're gonna have some countertop over here. Some other stuff that's gonna be around. So this wall is gonna be gray. Um, this wall is gonna be black. So this gray wall is gonna go from here to here. Gray wall. From here to here, this corner is gonna be black. And I always explain why. And from here all the way right here is gonna be white. The reason I'm doing this, and then before I move on, this is my countertop. Sorry for the mess. This is gonna be my countertop. Sorry. So this one is where my stuff is gonna be. My plates, my glasses, my utensils, and everything. And then right here, I'm gonna have some coffee. This is gonna be like coffee spot, and I'm gonna hang some shelves around here or something. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna hang. So it's gonna be right here, right? This wall is gonna be white from here all the way all the way right here to this corner. All right. In this corner, from here into here is gonna be black. Here I'm gonna create some shelves from the bottom up. This one's gonna be display like olive oils or like seasonings, maybe like pans, pots, cooking utensils, anything related to cooking is gonna be right here. From here, so pretty much from here to here is gonna be empty, but it's gonna be a black wall. Why is black wall? Well, when you're filming, when you're doing something, what happened is, uh, hey, Brandon, Baron Jr., actually. How's it going? It's going good, man. Thank you for watching, man. I'm just explaining everything. So the reason I'm doing black over here is, for example, I'm gonna take a photo let's say I create a lamp or anything, right? Let's say it's colors. So what happened is if the lighting and I move it right here, and the wall is gonna be black. I'm gonna separate my food from the wall, so it's not gonna be so much spilling light everywhere. So the black wall absorb light, so I can take better photos of the product, right? So this is gonna be for mainly for pictures, and this is gray. The reason it's gonna be gray is because when I'm filming, let's say the lighting is gonna hit from here. This is the beam, right? So it's gonna be hitting right there. So when I put my cameras, which one camera is gonna be right here, another camera is gonna be right there, and one from the top, right? So when I'm shooting, the gray wall is more like it's better when you're doing live or when you're cooking something. It just goes really good with the camera. So that's the only reason. And the white is because I want to keep my stuff nice and clean and organized. So the only reason I'm doing three colors, I cannot do all black because I'm gonna need a lot of light, and I cannot do all gray because I want to get some pictures on the back black background. And then the white part, it looks cleaner, it looks nicer, but I cannot use it for film. So that's the purpose of, let me switch the camera back to me. All right. So that's the reason, that's one of the reasons that I'm doing like these different colors in this space. But again, almost done. The only thing needs to be done is in these walls, it needs to be sanded and painted. And of course, fix those little holes that we have right there. Um, and that's pretty much done. In my studio, as soon as that thing is over, I'm gonna put some. Actually, I need the floor, but the floor I can do that later. So right now, I can do the painting. It's the sanding and the painting. So yes, um, I'm pretty much. Hello, MD Luffy. Hello, hello. Thank you for watching. So yeah, so it's pretty much just gonna be like that, you know. And my whole purpose of my life is to show my update on on my studio, which is I'm so excited. It was I've been doing a lot of work, guys. I've been doing hello, hello, hi, cooking, cookie. So BR GF or GT or something. What's up? Um, so yeah, so that's what pretty much, that's what am I doing. And then so regarding to the channel, guys, I think, you know, I'm gonna be sharing my life a little bit more, meaning like who I've been working uh with different people, right? But the main thing is gonna be I'm gonna be showing techniques rather than the recipe because I feel like techniques is gonna last more. And then not just that, you can create anything and then make it nice and beautiful. So you're the person that noticed me on YouTube. Thank you. Haha. All right, guys. I'm glad that I noticed. All right, MD Luffy. Um, so yeah, so techniques rather than the recipe, I'm gonna drop um one recipe a week based on what we learned during the week. But I'm gonna post more techniques, how to cook, how to chop, what kind of products to use, what kind of oils, when I can use butter, pastas, seasoning. Thank you, MD. Seasoning. Um, what else? We're gonna cover pans, pots. We're gonna cover a lot of stuff, techniques, again, techniques and products that we use. Um, yeah, and then over the last past 15 years, actually, I've been in the food industry, I think 18 years, almost 2 decades. I started very young. That's why I mean, I don't know if I'm not that old, but um, uh, yeah, so it's pretty much it, you know, techniques. Like I say, why it's important to have knives very sharp when you cut veggies. Um, in the pans and pots, it's very I see so many things in their house. Like for example, even my ex-client. I'm going to talk about my client for a second. Uh, Unfortunately, we share so many. We cannot share so many details on them because we signed so many waivers. So yeah, so it's kind of like you cannot talk too much, but I'm gonna kind of like go through a little bit. So they have like a non-stick pans. I'm really against for non-stick pans unless you don't heat it up so much. Like for example, eggs and omelets. That's it. That's the only thing I can use non-stick and a specific non-stick, not all non-stick. But the rest of it has to be stainless steel because it's good for you. You can cook better. And you can make these scrambled eggs in stainless steel. You can make over easy eggs in stainless steel, but you have to learn again. That's where the techniques comes, how to use a product or what to use in a product. So yes, it's very it's gonna be a lot of information in this channel. It's gonna be a lot of techniques and definitely recipes, not as much, but it will be. And yeah, and some of the videos is gonna be like, with the people that I work for. Uh, I'm gonna create a dish based on my ex client or my future, or not my future client, but I'm gonna create like, the clients that I had in the past. I work for prime ministers. I work for businessmen, uh, prince. That was incredible. That was a great story behind that when I worked for a prince. Definitely Hollywood stars. The last client was athletes, a lot of NBAs, different sports. But yeah, yeah, yeah. Been working in the field for the last past uh 10 years as a private chef. I have a question. Who do you work for? Who do you work for now? Actually, I don't. Right now, my last client was an NBA player. It is an NBA player. He still currently work. I mean, he still currently play. He plays for the Orlando Magic. I probably in the future I'm gonna say the name. He's still playing. He's great. Actually, I went on December to train his chef because I was with the family for the last past 6 years. So they really love me. They really, But unfortunately, I was moving around so many times with them, and I don't want to continue working. I want to, stable in one place. So yes, right now I'm not working for nobody. Again, the reason that I quit, not I quit, but I want to continue moving is because I want to focus in here in YouTube. I want to grow my channel here in YouTube, and I want to show you guys the techniques that I was using when I was working with these people. And of course, I have so many recipes. And don't get me wrong, there is so many beautiful recipes out there. But I see the problem that they don't have on techniques. So, which is to answer the question, team problem is on techniques. Yes, let me tell you, techniques is the key. So, as for example, I want to just show you something, right? With these two screws, right? The way you place it is very important when you put in the drywall. If you just stick it on there and this looks sideways or whatever, if you don't put properly right, you're not gonna hold the drywall. Plus, it's not gonna look good. So the way you present it, the way you do it, it has to be the right way. Right? Same with food. Food. If you wanted to do something great, you can do it. But if you want to present something, you can do it, but with the technique. It's not you just bring a plate and you just dump the food on top. And then yeah, it can taste really good. Don't get me wrong. A lot of recipes are amazing. Taste really good. But if you plate it a little bit, maybe you grab a little bit of basil. Let's say you create a pasta with tomato, very simple, pasta and tomato, and you just pour it on there and you play this corner kind of dirty splash all over the sauce and you don't clean it. Excuse me. It's not gonna look nice, even though it tastes great. But if you, before you pouring your pasta, maybe you grab a little spoon and you plate it nicely right in the center that can go high up and can be it. They can be like um, looking higher and nicer, and then you put on maybe like a leaf of basil on top, and then you clean it around. You present the plate, fork, knife, and everything. Man, people will be like, "Man, that thing looks so good," but you don't know until you taste it, right? But if you just put the pasta on and you put it, it's like probably tastes good, but it doesn't seem good. You see what I'm saying? So that's the thing about food. You gotta present the plates. You're gonna put the work. That's what a chef does. Chef present the plates, explain what it is, how long it takes to do one product. For example, one of my client, actually my last client, I was doing like a lot of kitchen and I was doing a lot of short ribs. And I play around so much with short ribs. When I say so much, I use it many ways. I use it in a Cajun pasta. I use it with mashed potato, with potatoes, with rice. I did it like in regular pasta. I did it with kind of like in boltinos. I fry it and I create the sauce. I put it on top. I did so many things with short ribs because my client likes short ribs in like Cajun. So I was playing a lot of things with Cajun and Shorty's meat. Another thing he likes was uh, ribeye. Ribeye. Oof, ribeye. I love ribeye too. So again, this channel is gonna be focused on techniques in recipe as well, but more techniques than recipe. So yeah, and then that's pretty much it. And then any other questions regarding to food or regarding um to anything, my studio, something, just let me know here in the comments, and then I will be happy to answer. And again, right now I'm not working for nobody. Um, my focus is to show you guys uh what the techniques can do when you use it the right way. So, how long have you been cooking? Well, cooking, I would say 15 years. I trained in the restaurant for 7 years, I would say. I worked so many restaurants, Italian, French, of course Mexican because I'm Mexican, a little bit Middle Eastern. I did a lot of fusion. And then I moved to the private sector, so which is like a lot of private high-end people, um, from athletes, businessmen, Hollywood writers, Hollywood stars, and prince. Actually, I cook for two prince, and that's gonna be one of my story in my YouTube here. Oh, again, one more thing before I forget. YouTube. Why don't you choose YouTube? Um, I think YouTube has been great. I think YouTube has been great in any way we can see. Uh, and definitely, I'm looking forward for creating more dishes, and, and yeah, and bringing up some good stuff. Damn, I have an appointment. Sorry, guys, gonna let you go because I have an appointment with actually Google part of YouTube because, like I said, I'm partnering up some with some business. But yes, you got any tips for someone who might want to become a chef? Tip it, just work hard. If you're passionate about passion with food in general, the only thing I can say is that you gotta choose if you want to work for restaurants or you want to go privately. I suggest to work for a restaurant for like few years and then move to the private industry with that chef that knows how the private sector works, because it's really hard though, let me tell you. Working for a privately, you're not just cooking. You're not just cooking. If you think you're just cooking, you're not cooking. You're cooking more than anything else. It's like you have to customer service. It's very important. It's very important. I fail so many times and I get up, but cooking privately, it's hard. It's easy and it's hard because you have to be you have to, when you come to a place, it's not like you work in a restaurant with, oh my, you have a lot of things in your house and it's like, man, no. When you work privately, it doesn't matter what's going on outside in that family, you have to bring the smile no matter what. No matter what. If you have a rough day, bad day, cars, anything, you just leave it outside. That's why it's very tricky. You can be a top-notch chef, but I see so many failures that they have. So customer service for the private client is very important. So I hope I answer your questions. Tomorrow or maybe later today, I will do some other live here in YouTube. But for right now, I'm gonna let you go, guys, and I hope I can see you again in the next live. So more questions there, just prepare it and I will answer it. And then probably I'm gonna be sharing some food. I don't know yet because I have a lot of things going on over here. So all right. Thank you and peace. See you next. Thank you for all the comments. Thank you for all the questions. And yes, that's it. Bye.